I'm Suzanne LaGrande, and this is the Shaman's Notebook. Today, my guest is Kimberly Meredith, who is a healer, a medical intuitive, and author of Awakening to the Fifth Dimension, Discovering the Soul's Path to Healing, which has just been published. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
I'd like to begin where you begin in your book, with the story of how you became a medical intuitive and healer. Could you talk about the experiences that led you to discover your healing abilities?
I knew as a baby, I had this blinking that was going on with my eyes when I was little, and I was told not to do that. But I knew that was my source of communication, and I had pushed it away when I was little. I noticed that I was having paranormal abilities when I was really little with my grandma, and then they were pushed away.
Like what kind of paranormal abilities?
Well, I had found a bird when I was really little and it was dead, and I knew how to rub my hands together and heal it and bring it back. After I had a really freak car accident in 2013, I ended up in the hospital, and it was pretty profound. I saw Christ's light. They thought that I would never be able to walk again. After my experience as the near-death experience, which if people don't know what that is when you leave and come back. So after I had the near-death experiences, I had my gifts come out, and I've been able to do medical intuitive work and healing.
Could you talk a little bit about how you do your work, how you heal people?
I have the energy, of Christ's light come through me, and they work through me to do the healing.
In your book, you said before it was possible for any healing to occur, I had to first have the understanding and belief that I could be healed. So it sounds to me like you had to have some sort of faith that healing was possible in order for the healing to actually occur. Is that right?
Absolutely.
And was that faith that you already had, or is that faith that you developed in the process of healing yourself?
I had already had faith. It wasn't, I wouldn't say that it was all religious at all. It was a deep down faith in God, which to me, God is one with the Holy Spirit. And so when I had started to blink again and communicate with Source, I knew then this was me communicating again, and brought back a very strong faith. Even in my whole life, I had the strong faith with God, but it confirmed my faith again that this was the truth, that we have the ability to communicate with spirit.
How do you help other people who may not have had that firsthand direct experience to have the belief that they can heal?
I'm here to be who I am, which is a service person, to help people understand that we can have this energy here to be here for us. And the energy is here of love, and it's here to be unconditional and helpful for us if we want it for us. And it's free, it's loving, it's kind, it's joyful, it's beautiful. And if we want to use this beautiful energy, my gosh, why not be in this beautiful, loving dimension?
Can you talk a little bit about what the fifth dimension is?
Yeah, the fifth dimension is limitless love and light and peace and joy. It's where limitless miracles happen. It's powerful. Many people have experienced this and are experiencing it right now.
And why is that? Is there something special about what's happening now that is awakening more people?
Yeah, we're experiencing one of the worst times in history. We're in a third dimensional depopulation. We're in the worst fear and crisis of our time, but we are in the most joyous period of looking at ourselves, looking at the truth of ourselves, and looking at the most crucial period of understanding that we need to take back our power and our responsibility of our own consciousness.
So a little bit like a near-death experience, we're as a collective experiencing crisis, which is helping us to perhaps do things differently.
Yeah, and understanding that there are no mistakes and no one needs to be judged, and everything is just a big journey of learning, and that we just need to keep moving forward. And we are learning that this is important.
In your book, besides telling your personal story about how you came to do this healing and connection or became a conduit for this healing, you also give some recommendations about how people can raise their vibration to fifth dimension.
You know, daily exercise is really important. Sunshine, getting outside. I feel like definitely you really need to have that self care. I also feel like we need supplements right now, which is really important. A lot of people aren't even taking vitamin D anymore, which is really, really important. We don't get vitamin D. And a good multivitamin, eating right. And one of the most important things is water. And I'm really big advocate for drinking out of glass and not plastic. Um,
You mentioned that we have so much plastics and it's really affecting our endocrine system. Is that correct?
Thank you, Suzanne, for mentioning that. Yes, it's really horrible on our hormones, inflammation. Plastic is ruining our environment, fossil fuel. I mean, we really need to be careful with plastic. I have a whole chapter in my book on water.
I want to ask you about one of the things you said in your book with respect to awakening to the fifth dimension. You said, quote, creativity is the hallmark by which quantum responses to unfolding experiences occur. And I'm wondering if you can explain this. What is the connection between creativity and healing?
When we're creative, we open ourselves up to more of our heart consciousness and being more playful. I think I'm trying to communicate that to people, and more being more childlike comes with that. And when we are more creative and childlike, we're out of our mind and more into our heart. So that's what I was trying to get across. And when that happens, we're more in a simple state of being, and we're automatically more into that. So when you're in that Harry Potter type like feeling, then the magic occurs. And when you're in that state of consciousness, that's when that tumor, that that node that just disappears off of you. And when you're creative like that, that is the fifth dimension.
Do you have the sense that we all are moving towards the fifth dimension and waking up?
Absolutely. I feel we are bouncing right now. We're bouncers. I see we're going from the polarity, but I do see that people are really acting on more of a mention platform, I see that when they see something they don't like, the animals being mistreated or, anything going on, they're like, stop it now, and that's really pulling us into more of the fifth dimension.
Is there anything that we can do on a daily basis that can help raise our own vibration and also make us more likely to be open to creativity and healing?
Absolutely. I feel it's a great question. I feel that how every day I feel to get us more in a fifth dimensional higher vibration, it's really important to love our brothers and sisters, not judge each other. And by doing that, is not gossiping, not attacking, trying not to hate, love, 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 love. And also, which is important, is try to do that daily meditation, 5 minutes a day of self care, putting on some music that you love. Some people love the daily, meditation where you're hearing chants and prayers is great too. But any kind of music raises your vibration in your body. It really does. It's so nice to listen to some beautiful music. And any music that you may like, could be the Beatles, it could be anything that you feel comfortable with, is so good. And being in nature also is really helpful. But if you can't get outside because maybe you're in a nursing home or, you know, there's also breathing, getting in touch with your breath. You come into the world on our breath, we transcend on our breath. It's important to remember to breathe. A lot of people forget to do their breathing, the rhythm of your breathing. And also understanding that not to be so hard on yourself, and understanding that the energy of the Holy Spirit is really here for you and loves you, and not to take everything on. Give it over to God. Give over your problems, your issues to God, and let God help you. And I'm just a true believer that it's so important, put your health first. I know we all want to succeed and do, but knowing that our health has got to be first and be of service. Somehow someone needs you out there. So it's really important. How we raise our vibration in our whole world is by serving others.
Today on the Shaman's Notebook, I've been talking with Kimberly Meredith, who is a medical intuitive, healer, and author of Awakening to the Fifth Dimension, Discovering Your Soul's Path to Healing. Where can listeners who are interested go to find out more about your work and also to get your book?
So my book, and to find out about me, I'm at thehealingtrilogy.com. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Thank you so much for being on the Shaman's Notebook today. I am Suzanne LaGrande, and this is the Shaman's Notebook. Each week, I bring you new perspectives on healing that might not only heal you, but also help to heal the world. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe and leave a comment in the link below. Thanks.